Life was pretty hard for a lot of my life. In fact, when I look back to being a kid, of course, I'd become quite accustomed to disorder from an early age. And as I grew, things happened that were difficult. It was trauma. Those pains of life were growing. And there was burden. It reached a point where, when I was old enough, I took my own journey into drink and drugs, and I created a whole lot of new problems. Through that, there was a definite unhappiness, a depression grew, and anger is something that defined me for a long time. I think things changed for me when I got into my 20s and I became a dad. And I started to look more at my life because I've become responsible for it's amazing becoming a dad as a child. And I wanted to, more than anything, turn my life around. I spent a lot of time, rehab and psychology, psychiatrists and meetings. I knew there should be more to life than how I was living. So I was trying to do the right things. I was trying to be a good father. I was trying to be a good provider, a good worker, pay my bills. And I was trying to live by sort of spiritual principles, even though I didn't fully understand what they were. But I was not happy. And I had the shortest fuse ever. It did not take much to set me off. That's not the person who I want to be. And I used to complain to God. I think most Māori have a ingrained understanding of atua in some way. So I spent a lot of time being angry at God. And most of it was, poor me. How could my life be like this? How did a nice guy like me end up in a situation like this? I'd actually given up on myself, ever having true joy in my life. And I was accepting that I'll go through life unhappy, but I will make a better life for my children. In fact, in that moment when I'd come to that choice, it was a complete give up on me. I was writing my own life off for a mediocre, half-full life, a lot of broken bones and broken bottles and broken teeth and broken heart, a lot of despair. Because that's what it was. I was carrying this hurt. It's like broken glass in your heart. It was a hard time. But I have a different story now. Because there's been a change in my life, which I'm so grateful for. So my wife, she had an experience. And she met Jesus, okay? And she came home and she looked different. I thought she'd gone nuts, okay? I thought she'd gone crazy or something. Because she was so happy. And she kept telling me I needed to come to church and stuff, and it was frustrating me. And I thought, well, I'm pretty smart. I rated my own intelligence. I thought what I'll do is I'll go along just to appease her, kind of, so she'll back off a little bit. But I already had sort of thought that's not for me. I didn't want my idea of what God was to be Jesus. So I started going to church with her. Things started to feel weird. Started feeling more. Started becoming emotional about stuff. But I was still angry and far out. I was still depressed. We had an argument. It was really sad. I was arguing with Maria all the way in to church. And I didn't want to go in. We'd get to the car park, and I was just built up with all this frustration inside. And I was angry, and I was swearing at God. I was swearing at him. I was dropping the F-bomb, and I was demanding that you show me something today. You show me something today that's for me, or else I'm out. We won't be talking about Jesus in the home anymore. We won't be telling the kids it's that way. I just wanted to cut it off. I was at a real point where I'm ready to just turn my back on this whole thing and walk away. I didn't want to accept the name that someone else had told me this is the name I'll call God Artswell because I choose that name. You need to reveal to me that this is who you are. And if you do, I will call you Jesus. I ended up sitting on my own. Felt like it in this great big church with all these people around. There was this emptiness around me. Maybe they could see, and they were so happy, and I'm just so stressed out. And I listened to the worship, and it was just like, I'd intellectually I'd debate that, or that's just, positive thinking. I'm sitting in the seat, and I felt separate from everybody else around. And there's just me and this voice. And what he said was maybe you've been here before. Maybe it was a long time ago. And in my mind, I can see myself as this little boy. I see myself in my home, running around playing on the driveway, and I just believed in a God. I didn't know what his name was, and his name didn't matter to me. I was just a kid. And I just believed that God was good. Before any of this stuff had happened to me. And this voice goes, perhaps it was a long time ago. Well, I have a message for you. I started shaking. My anger had just drifted out. It's just dropped away. And there's something else going on, and it's all stirring inside, and there's this I can feel something inside me. A feeling, a warmth. It's unusual and it's strange, and it was just like, wow, something's going on. I knew there's something's going on, and I'm starting to freak out. What he says was, it's okay to come back. It's okay to come back. And it made so much sense to me. In that moment, I went from being angry and frustrated to this, freaking out, and then I was just like, wow. He answered me, he answered me, he answered me, he answered me. I'm shaking. I'm crying. I'm a big guy, I don't want to be crying, right? I'm in church in front of all these people, and I'm crying. I'm like, I just went into a zone. I'd given up. I'd given up on a full life for me. But now, I'm shown that there's a way. And you know what? I know the name of God today. His name is Jesus. And that's okay. I'm okay with it today. And in that moment, it was the start of something unfolding. One of the first things that happened was I started to feel again. I started to really love again. And I didn't realize that I was holding all that stuff back. I get up in the morning and I feel good. Now that stands out to me so much because I've had so much depression in my life. I used to get up like, oh no, it's gonna happen today. But I get up there and I'm like the dog with the wagging tail. I get up and I'm like, yeah, I feel good. And it stands out to me. So I don't want to waste that. And there's nothing I want to do more than to just dedicate my life back to him, give my life to him. I've experienced that freedom, and I just want to bring that to others. So yeah, that's my story.
I hope you experienced the love of Jesus as you watched this video. To see more great content, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and explore our website, fantailstudios.com.